If you found this video, then you're probably like me. You've been beating your brains out on what kind of storage solution for your sockets that you wanted. What you're looking at right now is basically a simple 18-inch magnetic bar that's sold at Harbor Freight. I think it's U.S. General brand. In the end, you want to get these circular openings. I'll explain that later. But anyways, this solution I chose, I'm going to go into it real quick. I was inspired because I couldn't find anything I really liked. The closest thing was a Lisle magnetic organizer, but I didn't like the way you couldn't fit all your sockets in there. You had to like rearrange them sort of unnaturally. So anyways, like I said, was inspired by an older gentleman's video on YouTube, and I sort of built off his video to make my custom solutions, and you're about to see them here in a second. FYI, as I tape this, you can buy these, well, you could have bought this on sale for like $2.80 at Harbor Freight. Off sale, they're like $5 right now. So used to be for free from what I understand, but that party's over. Anyways, let's get to the project, and here we go. What I did was I basically took that other video and put the idea sort of on steroids. So what you're seeing here, first let's look at this drawer here. This is a 2-inch drawer, okay? I'm organizing things, so don't make fun of all the tape and everything. That's temporary setup. Anyways, 2-inch drawer, and I like to be able to see my sockets, and those stand-up socket solutions were not going to work because I have I have drawers in here that it would work in, but it just there's already stuff in them that I want to keep in them. Let's put it that way. So made these rails myself out of 18-inch magnets, as I showed you. All I did was, those are called corner braces. You can get them at Home Depot. So measured it out according to the socket size. This is a mid-length socket, so this is really custom made. And then I think I used M8 screws and a washer, a locking washer, and a nut on the end of it. And I think the M8s were like 3/8 or 1/2 inch long. But that's basically the recipe in a nutshell. Now, the thing I said about wanting to make sure you have the circular endings, I'll show you some other versions of this in a minute. You see that circular ending there? Harbor Freight has 2 different types of holes on these things. Another one's elongated. I prefer the circular ones, and I suggest you get them too. I mean, it's not absolutely necessary to work. The other ones are more oval and squarish, sort of, just for tighter tolerances on building these. Because the obvious advantage to this is you just pick up the whole rack and you can go do your thing. Here, I'll just show you how this is sturdy as hell. They ain't going nowhere. And that's the mid-length. You're about to see deep wells do do the exact same thing, really. All right, so here's another version. This is a longer version that I originally cut for the deep wells, and then I decided to put the deep wells on steroids. So this is a longer version with a bigger corner brace. Same size screws and nuts and everything. I think I used the washers a little bit bigger because the holes on this bracket are a little bit bigger. Same thing though. And FYI, as you can see the first part of this little thing right here, you'll see it most useful on the deep well socket setup. What it is, I should have this on the other side, in my opinion. Probably going to put them on both sides. So if you shake them, this probably won't shake loose. I don't think. Even this way, it doesn't shake loose on these guys. So they're on there. Super tight. Where was I? Oh, and then I'll bring you down to the deep wells and then some other uses I've found for these magnets that are associated with sockets. Now, this is not the cheapest solution in the world, because by the time you buy the parts, you could probably buy a rail. These are old crummy rails, obviously. Put these on here just because they're a little bit lighter. I could make these this rail for these guys, but I don't know if it really would suit the purpose because they're so light. Anyways, so here is the Mac Daddy deep sockets. All right, look at those babies right there. So I've got them up there because this is the same 2-inch drawer. In order to get it closed, I got to do that. But let's take this out here for a minute. Let's get these guys out of the way. So here is the deep well version of this. Now on this, I literally just invented this over the weekend. So on this, I told you I used the other one for the deep wells to begin with, but they were moving a little bit, and then I thought, well, I should move this one to the top of the size of the deep wells. Then I thought, if I'm going to do that, I can put another magnet in here. So I put in 3 magnets on this. There's a couple different alterations I'll go over here. I got the 3 magnets, bottom, and then 2 on the sides. Also on this, if you notice, ever so slightly, let me get the light here a little better. Hold on, bear with me. Ever so slightly here, I have it, the bottom one closer at the bottom, angled out at the top. So, in other words, the thicker the sockets will be up near where my hand is when I put them in there, and they're going to get a better grip on it. I have these zip ties there. I'm not sure if I even really, well, probably to keep them from rolling. I might need them there, but I have these zip ties there to keep them from rolling off, because when I first tried to invent this thing, there were no zip ties. If I did that, or up and down, whatever, there's too much weight on there and it would just roll off. So in the middle of a night, no kidding, while I sleep, sometimes shit just comes to me, and it came to me, all I need to do is put a little bit of thing like there, like a zip tie, to hold it in place. And it's pretty much solid. It's not pretty much, it's solid as a rock. I mean, unless you drop it. Now, especially the deep wells, they're heavy. You know, the magnets are not super light, so. But if you're looking for something that's simple, no brainer, nothing can really break on it. This is I think I might have used a bigger, I don't know if I used a bigger bracket on this or not. I think I did. Yeah, I used a bigger bracket on this one too. I think I used a 3-inch. I know, actually, I'm 99% sure I used a 3-inch corner bracket on this thing. The one for this guy is a, what did I make on this thing? I think I made a it's either a 2 or 2.5 inch. I think this is a 2.5 inch, and I think this is a 2-inch corner bracket. You can get them in all different sizes. You're going to have to, the other thing I forgot to mention here, taking grinder with a grinding wheel, and I just a cut-off grinder and cut it off, and then you take a file and just file it to where it's nice and smooth. So there's that part. Anyways, back to my deep well. So watch this. You're gonna put, let me make sure here. This is a poor man's socket set. A couple different brands. Anyways, and I'm not sure if this is needed or not. I'm just probably going to leave it there just for sort of, at least for now. Again, I'm still sort of getting new on this. That's a 27 millimeter, a 30 millimeter. I'm not going to put the 36 on there because, frankly, I'm never going to use, I've only used that 36 once, and I'll probably never use it again. So, plus I've run out of space, obviously. So, this is a 32 millimeter. So there is a lot of sockets on there, a lot of weight. So let's see what happens here. I know what's going to happen. It's going to be perfect. Sorry, it's going to be perfect. But it's heavy. But you can grab them and run to the truck or whatever you're going to do with them. All those sockets on there. Ready? Let me get this out here. Let me take a better shot. Sideways. If you didn't have those zip ties on there, right now they'd be all half off, half of them be on the ground. So zip ties, little simple stop. So, all right, so that's that solution for the deep wells. Let's go back to my other solutions I've got with these magnets. Let's get these off so we can shut this up. Go back up to the top shelf here. Again, so now I pull them out, nothing's rolling. I mean, I'll have everything, you know, put back after I do the video, but all right, so back to the top shelf. So after I went a little hog wild after that, and I'm like, wait a second. I've got these things. Hold on. See, they're pretty good. I got these things. I'm like, wait a second. I don't have to just use these for sockets. I can use these for other things. So I put them on there. I mean, I didn't really put that on there good, but I put them on there. Here, look at this setup I got. Shorter, I think that's a 2-inch bracket right there. Shorter bracket, made of V so they can't fall through. But I've got an entire set, 7-piece set of these babies, which are very nice, by the way. So if I want to take them anywhere, because I remember I had been, not remember, I put them on the, you know, most people put them in the blown molded or whatever that they come with, but it's bulky. When you go to get it out of your toolbox, if you're working in your garage, you never know which one you need. So now, just grab them all at once. Hold on. I didn't put the other one back good, like I said. But grab them all at once, and you're good to go. A little hanging off, but who cares? 2 corner brackets, some screws, nuts and bolts, and 2 18-inch magnets. And this thing is solid. Then I went a little more hog wild, and I thought, I have extensions. I'm not really done. I've got other stuff I'm going to make, but I figured just to get this video shot. So I've got a bunch of long extensions. I don't know if you have, well, not a bunch. I've got some long extensions. I'm like, well, heck, you know, I could just put them on a magnet. And this, I really need to have these other spaces filled up. It's one of those where you buy extensions and you lose them because you don't have them on magnets. So I have enough to fill up those other spaces. Let's put it that way. I might add the back to this like I did on this other version that I just showed you. I'm not through necessarily with this one yet. So there you have it. Knock yourselves out.